On the way to Zaria, it stands conspicuously as one of the few iconic landmarks that has adorned the prominent route with its garden-like landscape right from the twilight days of the colonial era. Like a proper manor, the institution appeared to exert some influence on the manner of development that succeeded the virgin swathes of land encompassed about it. The journey to prominence for many began right here in St. Murumba College, a citadel in the savannah. Founded sometime in 1958, the school began academic activities on January 27, 1959. It began as a day school for boys midwifed by the then Catholic Bishop of Jos, Bishop John Reddington.
St. Murumba College was an initiative of the missionaries. When, at that early time, when most of the boys were finishing from Fatima school there, the RCM school Fatima, there was need for them to go further on secondary education. And so it came. And the education office of the archdiocese at that time had to apply. And then it was the Northern Ministry of Education, Northern Nigeria. Kaduna was the headquarters. So they had to write an application. To be precise, October. That was 17th of October. They wrote 1958. And then permission was granted to them to begin the school. So they started
with Reverend Father John Hackett as its pioneer principal. The desire to impart strict morals and inculcate in young boys the zest for excellence in both academic pursuits and extracurricular activities founded on sound Christian doctrines meant that many seasoned men of the cloth were required to champion the task that was ahead. Another prerequisite the pioneers seemed to recognize right from time and implemented to good effect to achieve their vision was consistency. The roll call of the school's principals from inception is a strong testament to its consistency policy. Our production team was privileged to speak with an erstwhile and longest serving principal of the school, Right Reverend Monsignor Benedict Ugbede. Take a listen.
I was ordained a Catholic priest in 1971, December 19th, and I started working in St. Seminary in 1972. But then, in 1980, there was a need in St. Murumba College because Christopher Daniel was leaving St. Murumba, and the Diocese of Jos, following my record in St. Seminary, felt that I was the right person to take over from the principal. So I found myself in St. Murumba. So I continued, and it appeared the Spirit of God was with me, because it directed me and helped me wanting and believing and being exemplary. So So I made sure that on my part, I did what was supposed to be done by me, and everything went on fine. And I was happy that the students were passing the exams, getting into higher places in employment, and furthering the education and progress was on. And also the students responded because they cooperated with me. And throughout my stay, I had no Ugbede. All I enjoyed was cooperation. And because of the way I worked, it appeared that Murumba College attracted so many young boys because most of the surrounding schools were all struggling to come to Murumba. At the time, we became overpopulated, but I was joyous to see that they were making an impact.
In terms of infrastructural development, before long, the school blossomed into the semblance of a proper missionary institution. The avenues of ornamental and towering trees with a blend of flowers added resplendence to the aesthetics that greeted the eyes as one stepped into the school's precinct via the old college gate back in the days. The blocks of classrooms and other school buildings laid on foundations of stonework in typical missionary fashion, coupled with a few episcopal buildings, made for the landscaping appeal that St. Murumba College was. The college was very much a sanctuary in the vanguard for infrastructural development of Zaria Road and by extension the fledgling Jos Township in the old Jos Native Authority, as much as it was a citadel impregnable to the limitations of education in the pre-independence and post-independence era. A fact that can be attested to by the quality of products the institution has contributed on the national and international stage in various spheres of endeavor. As early as the 1960s, the college began to gain national and international acclaim. Most notable among the early landmark achievements was the clinching of the then popular Davis Cup in 1962, a competition which drew participants from all colleges in northern Nigeria. In 1970, the college received a letter of recognition from the West African Examinations Council for outstanding performances in the sciences. Also, in 1986, some members of the St. Murumba Scouts, a brainchild of Father Fergus Tui, had the rare privilege of participating at camp in what was the All-Ireland Scouting Competition in the Republic of Ireland. The school's scouting team finished in 6th place out of 50. That feat placed St. Murumba College on the world map. By the 1990s, St. Murumba College had come a long way. It had become the object of obsession of many a young man with its relentless production line of great prodigies. The Music and Drama Club, the Literary and Debating Club, the Junior Engineers, Technicians and Scientists Club, all played significant roles in creating the appeal of the school at the time. Worthy of note is the commitment with which Father Fergus Tui nurtured the Music and Drama Club, which he started before he was transferred to St. Joseph's College in Vom. He would defy spatial separation and make the journey all the way from Vom just to conduct rehearsals with the boys. As at today, the school's population has shrunk to just about 300 students, with about 100 boarding students and about 200 day students. The institution now has, on its payroll, about 35 teaching staff and 26 non-teaching staff. Income generated from school fees is now entirely committed to repayment of staff salaries, leaving any conceived capital expenditure to, at best, one's imagination. The decrepitude to which some of the school's aging structures have been consigned is a cause of great concern about what the future holds for the college. As it is with the natural fate of all things with the passage of time, some of the longest standing structures of the institution are gradually succumbing to age and even mere dereliction occasioned by the dwindling student population that has beset the school in recent times.
The activities of the association, I see in the future St. Murumba All Boys coming back to the school in a competitive manner, to pay back to the institution that brought them to the position where they are. It has started already, and I am happy that we are improving each other time. But what I see very strongly is that the school, in a short time from now, will be able to, get back from the students or the old boys, what it impacted into them.
Like the great Arabian philosopher Rumi puts it, not the ones speaking the same language, but the ones sharing the same feelings understand each other. The camaraderie that was once shared as classmates is the same cord that binds all the old boys of the school and the multi-generational organization known as St. Murumba Old Boys Association. It is also befitting then that the motto of the association is, "We love our brotherhood." This is a rallying call to the brotherhood of all ages to enter into a phalanx with all other stakeholders in salvaging and restoring the college to its glorious pedestal among the committee of prestigious institutions on this part of the globe. When we are no longer under your roof, we are still tied to you. We will defend you, develop you, support you, and love you was what we sang in the anthem, as a token of our pledge to the alma mater. Time has come for us to redeem our pledges that St. Murumba College may persevere and prevail like a true citadel in excellence.